I came out to the field today to practice on throwing the disc straight. This is something that I struggle with at times, and I just want to get more consistent at it. And so there's a couple variables I want to focus on in the video, and we'll talk and we'll just kind of work together. I'm out in the field just practicing, so if you're sitting there thinking, Zach knows how to throw the disc straight, I do half the time. So the other half the time, I don't know what's going on. So stay tuned to see how to throw the disc straight. In other news, I got an email from Disc Golf Deals USA, and this is freaking sweet. Gyropalooza pre-orders are now available. If you want to go to Disc Golf Deals USA, you can pre-order. You won't get 10% off that order, but if you want any other discs while you're there, you can get them and you will get 10% off your entire order except for this box. But what's in this box is really cool. This is a disc I cannot wait to get my hands on and throw, and the moment I do, you will see how it flies. It's the Simon Line Prototype Neutron Balance. I'll put a picture of it here. To me, it's gonna be like a stable hex is what it looks like. It's like a beaded hex or a beaded pyro that is less stable. I don't know, we'll see. We'll embark on this journey together. The second disc is a Total Eclipse Color Glow Parachute. That is super cool. I like the parachute, it's a good disc. It's gonna be like a glitch. Another one is a Total Eclipse Vanish. I love the Vanish. To me, the Vanish is underrated. I don't hear much about people throwing it, but it's a great beginner disc. It's an 11-speed. Beginners or slower arm people are gonna be able to get a lot of straight flight out of it before it finishes. If you have a faster arm speed, you can do some hyzer flips, you can do some backhand turnovers. They're just awesome discs. And then you're gonna have some mystery discs. You're gonna have 6 Lab Second discs, and then you're gonna have 2 R2 Neutron discs. And I cannot wait to get my hands on this box, and the moment I do, you guys will get a good little glimpse of what's inside of it. So, yeah, be sure to go check those out. Use the link below, order some discs, pre-order a box, do whatever you want. And also hit that subscribe button. I want the channel to grow. Not because I want to be like, hey, I got a big channel, but I want the channel to grow because the more it grows, the more I can give back to you guys, and I'll be able to kind of open up some other doors, and I just can't wait to see where we go in the future, and I love giving back to you guys. So let's work on throwing the disc straight. All right, so I'm just gonna throw a normal throw, just like normal, and we're gonna talk about what I think I do wrong in that throw, and we'll just go from there. So here we go. Okay, so definitely over-rotated on that one, and that's usually what happens. Let's throw another one. Oh, okay, I lost my balance, but that was so much better. Okay, that's a good, golly, literally stepped in a freaking anthill. So with those 2 throws was a good example of a not so great throw and a pretty good throw. But key things I'm going to focus on today are when I plant my foot perpendicular to the line I want to throw on. Sometimes I plant open, and which in turn turns my hips and my shoulders, and it opens me up, and I lose power, distance, and consistency when I do that. So I want a good plant foot. It also allows, if you plant good, you can have a more consistent brace, and so I want to have a good plant. Second thing is I want a consistent reach back. I want to be able to reach all the way back, fully extend my arm, and I want to keep that disc basically over my brace leg. So yeah, we want to do that. And also, if you are new or you're trying to work on your plant foot, if you're right-handed, your right foot is actually going to be out in front of your left foot. A good rule of thumb is heel to toe out, but I try to pull mine out a little bit more, and you can kind of work on that as time goes. But the final thing, I think this is probably the biggest thing that I struggle with, is keeping my shoulders, especially on like softer throws, like what I'm fixing to work on is like approach shots, is keeping my shoulders from rotating. And when I rotate and my arm goes out, the disc is going straight, but for you guys, when you guys are looking at it, it looks like I'm releasing the disc at basically 12 o'clock. And I want to focus on more on hitting that hit point, getting the disc out to 10 to 11 o'clock, and having that consistent release point. Because I think if you have that consistent release point, you're going to be way more consistent in the end result of just consistent flight on your discs. So that's what we're going to work on. So if you're sitting there watching and you see me over rotate, that's just a mistake I make. So I failed to mention what the hit was. I'll try to explain it the best way I can. In my mind, I visualize it's the point in time where you have so much speed on your disc that it just rips out of your hands and it can no longer stay in there, so it just comes out, and that point should be out away from you, and that disc should basically come out, rip out, and go straight down the line. And you know, in theory, that's what should happen, and it does for pros. That's why I got to work on it, and I think I just got to work on keeping my shoulders back. It's almost like you bring it in, you extend, and then you rotate. So it's really harder. It's easier to say than to do. But here we go. I'm gonna throw some. We're gonna talk about it as I throw. Okay, so that was decently straight. Little on the inside. I'm trying to throw right down this road right here. Basically, there's a white truck underneath the awning that's facing this way. I'm trying to throw to that truck. And I'm sorry for the light. The sun keeps going behind the clouds and it messes with my lighting on my camera. So just be patient with me on that. Here we go. That was straight. But for you guys, I don't know. It's hard for me to see exactly what I'm doing because I can't reflect back on the footage to see if I'm actually getting the disc out there. So here we go. Yeah, I tried to keep my shoulders back, but that felt weird. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad. So right now I'm throwing the disc like at like 35%, and it should be easier to hit that point because you don't have to make so many adjustments in such a little time. I mean, 70 mile an hour, you're booking it, and there's a lot of room for error there. And so I feel like right now throwing slow should be easier to fix things. That was great. So those are all pretty fairly decent. I'm gonna go get them, we'll be back, and yeah, we'll throw them all again. All right, I'm back. I'm just gonna throw them all again and continue to practice this. Well, I'm throwing right down the line. I just can't tell what my shoulders are doing at this moment. I feel like I'm keeping them fairly, like I don't feel like I'm crazily over rotating. So, I don't know. And those are right down the line. Something else I'm doing is, and I've started working on this, is keeping my eye on the target longer. You don't have to stay locked on the target. But I used to do my run up, say I'm throwing that way, I would look at my target, but the moment I took my first step outward to start my X step, I would look basically at you guys and just look in the middle of nowhere, don't even know where I'm throwing, do my X step, reach back and throw it. And I don't know if there's anything wrong with that, but for me, I felt like I was inconsistent because I just wasn't, I hate to say keeping your eye on the target, because that's not true. You don't want to just keep your eye on the target the whole time. But I don't think I was keeping it on it long enough. So I keep my eye on the target for a pretty good amount of time up until I go to do my reach back. And when I do my reach back, I'm looking, and then my head turns as I'm reaching back. And then as I'm coming through right here, I can use my peripheral to just kind of get an eyeball on, try to get back online on my target. And I think that helps. So, I don't know. These are all new things that I'm working with, and y'all guys don't be afraid to comment down below and let me know certain things that y'all guys do to help you throw straighter. I'm just out here practicing, trying to get better, and I love hearing back from you guys. So, That was better. I mean, those are going fairly straight. I don't know if my hit point is where I want it. You know, I don't know if I'm more here versus here. Don't know. I'm throwing them pretty straight, which is something I usually struggle with. I usually don't throw this straight. So this is a plus for me. I'm improving. I just don't know if I'm improving the right way that I should be improving. So. Has a hyzer flip. Pretty straight. Little finish. Pretty straight on that line. So, here we go. Yeah, I mean, I was a little off to the right, but for the most part, I'm very pleased with how this is going. I mean, I kind of in my mind, you know, visualize my line. I try to hit that line. So, I don't know. You guys just let me know down below what y'all do, and I'd love to hear back from you. And so, I'm just gonna keep practicing this and hopefully get better at throwing the disc straight. Be sure to go check out Disc Golf Deals USA. In the meantime, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Go in peace and be blessed.